in class, like the week before, we made some cards in class. I made a nice little pop-up card out of blue construction paper, and mine was it was a card to the Easter Bunny, and I'm like, Easter Bunny, Happy Easter on the front with some crayons, and on the inside, and I was like, Dear Easter Bunny, I would just like to make sure that you are real. Please sign on this line here, and I drew a line underneath the pop-up Easter Bunny. And I was like, okay, so if the Easter Bunny's like, Easter Bunny, and it signs like that, and it's one of my parents, I'm going to recognize their signature, so I'm like, sweet, I got it dialed. So after making this card, I was like, the three of you guys like started, I'm like, oh, I'll be up there in a second. And so everybody left, and I went and I took the card and I taped it to our door at the house. And I'm like, okay, so the Easter Bunny's going to come to the house, doesn't know we're going to be in the campsite. Easter Bunny's going to come to the house, so I have to leave the card here. So I taped the card to the door, and we left. And I was like, all I wanted to do was get back to the house and be like, I just need to find out if the Easter Bunny's real. But we came back, and it was a really windy, like crappy day, and the card had blown off the door, and it was like, and the card was like, you know, the porch there, it was like laying on the ground, like behind the barbecue, and I was like, foiled! So I was like, damn it, I picked it up, and I looked at it, and I'm like, oh shit. So I was like, made like a note to myself, I'm like, next year, test Easter Bunny again.
But by that time, you had like figured out that the Easter Bunny didn't exist?
Yeah, I think the Tooth Fairy thing came shortly after that, so I was like, well, the Tooth Fairy isn't real. And Santa got ruined sometime around that same time too, so I was like, meh.
What year would this have been?
I'm gonna say, it must have been like, I want to say like maybe like 92.
Right.
Because Mom was still there, I think. And yeah, I want to say I was probably like, so 92, I would have been 8. Probably like 7 or 8.
I'm just really impressed with your childhood logic.
Thanks.
It's very, very impressive.
Cynicism.